Hello friends, in this video I am going to demonstrate how you can import multiple accounting entries in Tally using an Excel template. So this Excel template, I have not used any macros or any of the programming thing. So process is a bit manual, so don't expect a one-click thing. Focus would be more on how the things are working under the hood so that you can customize the template according to your needs. So let's begin. For the demonstration purpose, I have created a blank company in the Tally with just few ledgers to demonstrate, and there are no vouchers in that. So let me show you the chart of accounts. Then I can show you the ledgers. Okay, so we have two, three bank ledgers, sundry debtors, and sales ledger. Okay, and let me show you the Excel template. Okay, so I just for demo, I written two entries which I would be creating in it. Okay, so it is simple sales and receipt entry. Now please note the template has three parts: header, actual your voucher entries, and footer. Okay, now what it is, I will explain you afterwards. First, let us fill up this thing. So once you fill up this template, you need to extend this XML formula. So this is a complex formula, and what it is, why I written like this, I would be telling you in the latter portion of the video. Okay, so for now just please wait for that. So let's say you have 10 entries, you need to copy paste this formula and extend it to that. Okay, so now download link of this template is there in the description of the video, so you can download template from there. Okay, now uh, one one more note: if you are not an Office 365 user, you would require some modification in the template, so you would not see something like this. Okay, there is one lambda function in this which is not supported in version like 2007, 10, 13, 16, 19. It is supported only in Office 365 version. So what changes you have to do for that, I will be explaining in the latter portion of this video. Okay, for now just let's begin with the process. Okay, so now I will open notepad. First I have to copy paste header. Okay, so I would simply copy and paste this cells. Okay, header, then data portion, so XML of the data portion. Okay, and then footer, copy paste. Okay, and let's save this XML file. So I would click save. Let me save it on my D drive with an extension XML. So in double quotes, let's say import.xml. You can give any name. Okay, and I'm saving it directly on the D drive. Okay, I will close this. Now let us go to Tally. Okay, currently there are no vouchers. Now let's import the vouchers. So I'll go to import transactions. Okay, and let us browse this. So I would go to D drive, and in D drive import.xml. Okay. Okay, vouchers are imported. Two vouchers got imported. Let us check this. So I can go to daybook and let us enter period 1/4 to 31st 3. Okay, so I can see both of these entries. Okay, 26,500 Reliance debit to sales. Okay, let me go to the data. Yes, you can see both of the entries imported. Friends, how to verify if all of your entries got exported or not, or in, let's say if export gets interrupted, in which entry it got exported, because daybook will not tell you all the things. So go to your tally's installation folder and locate a file called tally.imp. and you can right click and open that file using Notepad++. So this, and you can see here a log like this. Okay, like I created two vouchers. So you may have to scroll down and check for the latest date. So I imported this one. So I two vouchers got created. Now let us understand what exactly in XML have prepared. So I would show. So we prepared a file called import.xml. So let me open it using a free software called Notepad++. So I'll right click and open it, and plus let us format it. So this is simply in the plain format. So I would simply select this data, plugins, XML tool, and there is a option called pretty print. Okay, this would arrange our XML. So let me explain with what exactly I did. Okay, I'm saving this. So basically, now Tally has an XML server, okay, which can input or output the data. So we are giving this XML server a command that please import the data. And what type of data? Vouchers data. That means transactions. Okay. After that, in the request data, so inside each Tally XML Tally message tag, you need to tell Tally that what exactly are you going to import. Now, since it is a transaction, we are going to import vouchers naturally. Okay. So we imported two vouchers, so two Tally messages tag, and this was the footer which I copied. This was the header and this was a footer. Now this is the main data portion. So each voucher entry is represented by a open and close voucher tag. Okay. So we told Tally that we want sale type of voucher. Action create means kindly create a new voucher in the Tally. Date has to be written in reverse format, year, month, day format. Okay, voucher type, it is just a repetition. Voucher number, again, this is an optional thing. You may choose a auto number voucher. Like in second entry, I skipped voucher number because it was optional. Okay, and narration, again, it is an optional thing. And after that, in each voucher, accounting voucher, you should have at least one debit and one credit. So our template was like that we had only one debit and credit, and by same amount. Okay. So now always you have to remember, debit will always come first and afterward credits. And debit is negative, credit is positive in Tally format. Okay, so inside that two debit and credit, not entries, I would say. So Reliance minus min debit and sales domestic credit, and that's how our voucher got closed. So that time we imported two vouchers. Now coming to the Excel template. So basically, friends, in this Excel formula, so it can say it is a very complex Excel formula. So in this complex Excel formula, basically I have prepared this complete voucher line. Okay. The only thing that this Excel formula prepares it in a single line, but for Tally it doesn't matter because it is a computing machine after all. So it is, even if it is in same line, it can read anyway. Now please remember this text, okay, this narration or ledger name or any text in XML has certain rules. Okay, what are those rules? So basically the rules are as follows. So if there is any character called and, less than, greater than, single quote, double quotes, it has to be escaped. Okay. The reason this is XML tags are using already less than, then double quotes here. So XML would get confused, or system would get confused that what exactly is happening. So you always need to escape this. So let's say general rule of XML is that if we have ledger name called printing and stationery, so it should appear like this. Okay, printing and AMP semicolon stationery. Okay, like this. Okay, now there is one thing completely means converting this or escaping this requires multiple. Let's say if I am not using Office 365 of version of Excel, I would be requiring this formula called substitute. So I would need a substitute function to replace all first, and with AMP, then greater than sign with GT, less than with LT. So this is one option. Or if you have Office 365 version, I have created a lambda function by name XML, escape XML. So basically lambda function is internally the same this function, only thing that it makes the things very clean. Like imagine instead of this escape XML, you had that complex substitute formula. So it would be really long. So let's say if you don't have Office 365 version of Excel, how would you proceed? So let me tell you how to manage this. So let's say in this formula, wherever there is escape XML function used, okay, this is a lambda or custom function I created. So let's say I have used escape XML in Office 365. You would have to do like this, okay. So basically you need to replace all your escape XML, okay, with substitute. So instead of D2, so D2, again I would copy this here, okay. So instead of escape XML, in this formula you can replace this thing with this, and you need to carefully change cell reference, okay. So this way this template will even work in Office 2007, 10, 13, 16, 19, 21, any of your perpetual license version of Excel, okay. So please do these changes if you don't have Office 365 version, or else I would suggest please upgrade to Office 365. That is the best. Please give this approach a try. Once you master XML and art of making complex Excel formulae, I am very sure you can customize this template and add few more columns, like let's say columns for GST or TDS into this template, or drop some columns, like let's say if you want just cash sales to be entered, so maybe you can just drop off the cash column in sales column of that, and you can simply hard code that in the formula. So if you like this technique and like this video, please press like button and subscribe to Excel Kida YouTube channel.